going straight into his pocket, by the way, just to be clear. I couldn't negotiate any other way. So hide your children and keep coming back to these shows. I got another act for you tonight. Are we ready for that? Yeah! That's so awesome. I would like to bring up, guys, he's my best friend. Is he our best friend? It's Thomas Mahut.
Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if the same is true for girls, but during a checkup, the doctor checks your balls for cancer. And I didn't really mind that until I was maybe 13 or 14, because I don't know if the same is true for girls, but at 14 you start getting boners. Yeah, and you get a lot of them, and you get them for kind of no reason. So, you know, the last thing I wanted to do was give my pediatrician the wrong idea. I didn't want the guy thinking I was into him or anything, you know. So yeah, so I'm 14, I'm getting a checkup, and the pediatrician, he asks me, hey, like, you gotta take it out now. And I said, well, do I gotta, you know? And he said, yes, I need a check for cancer. And I was like, ooh, cancer, you know, that scared me. That's a big word. I don't want cancer. So I took it out, and and when I looked back up, he was snapping one of those latex gloves on, you know? And that really threw me off, because, you know, does he think I'm gonna get him pregnant or something, you know? It didn't make any sense. Really threw me off. You know, when I go down there, I don't use a glove, so I don't know if I'm doing anything wrong. Anyway, he said, yeah, take it out. I took it out. He asked me to you know, give him some space, because I was kind of in his area. He lifted my dong with one finger and touched my testy with the other, and he's like, yeah, that's it, no cancer. And I was like, you know, that was quick. This guy didn't look very hard, you know. Are you sure there's no cancer? And he was like, yeah, no cancer, you're good. And I was freaking out because, you know, what if I go undiagnosed with cancer because my doctor is negligent, you know? But what are you gonna do? You can't really ask him to continue. Hey doc, you wanna keep going maybe, you know? Anyway, he died a few weeks later. Yeah, true story, true story. And I was worried that, you know, my dong had something to do with it. I was worried I had maybe like a poisonous dong or something. But obviously that's silly, it can't be that, because, you know, he wore the gloves. So. Anyway, that was my last checkup. That was, not my last checkup, that was when I was 14, that was almost 10 years ago now. And my last checkup was 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and before that one, I don't really remember when the last one was, so this was an important checkup. I was worried, you know, things could have accumulated disease-wise in that period of time. And the night before, I realized, oh shit, you know, I'm gonna have my balls touched tomorrow. It doesn't happen every day, so I got kind of nervous. I realized I hadn't really taken care of myself down there in a little while, because to be honest, I've been having very little sex. I've been focusing on myself a lot. Every night I'm focusing on myself. So I had to decide, okay, am I gonna, you know, shave myself for my doctor in 12 hours, you know? I've never shaved myself for another man before, so it's kind of a new feeling. I thought about it. Number one, on the one hand, I don't want to gross him out. He's already looking for cancer. You know, last thing he needs is a fucking machete to get through it. On the other hand, I don't want him thinking I shaved just for him. So I thought about it. Also, yeah, and if he asks me, oh, are you sexually active? And I have to look him in the eyes, you know, with my immaculate porn star dong and say no. It's kind of embarrassing. So I thought about it. This is true, by the way. 2 weeks ago, I shaved myself for my doctor. And I show up the next day. I had to tell myself while I was shaving, you know, like, oh, this isn't for me, it's for us or something. So anyway, I show up. We go through the motions. He makes me take my shirt off. He's like kind of touching, you know, the pressure point shit they do. He's like touching me a little bit here and there. And the whole time I'm just locked in on the fact, I'm so conscious of the fact that I got a perfect dong ready to go. And I'm buttered up, you know. He's like, he puts a popsicle stick in my mouth. He's like, stick your tongue out and say, ah. And I'm like, okay, ah. I'm buttered up, I'm warm, I'm ready to go. And then he kind of backs away and he's like, oh, you're good to go, you're healthy. What? Are you sure? I'm kind of embarrassed, but I kind of just blurted it out. I was like, oh, you're not gonna touch my balls or anything? And he's like, no, we don't we don't do that. I don't know where you got that from. I was like, yeah, you guys usually touch my balls. And he's like, no, we don't. Oh, maybe when you were a teenager, we touch kids and tweens' balls. That is the last demographic's balls you should be touching. Anyway, I don't know what doctor decided that shit, but he needs to be arrested or something. Anyway, I wanted my balls touched and I didn't get them. Thank you.